So, Oleksandr Usyk, it's a repeat for Oleksandr Usyk. He retains his titles with a unanimous decision over Tyson Fury. This fight was very, very, very close. I had Usyk nicking it 115, 113. There were several rounds that could have gone either way. I've seen the usual stuff online within the last hour or so, people screaming robbery. Look, it was a close fight. There was no robbery. Get over yourselves. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It wasn't as entertaining as the first fight, I didn't think. But it was very, very, very competitive. The first 3 rounds I found particularly difficult to score. Fury was working nicely, was flicking his jab out, landed some decent right hands, but Usyk was working that big body, which is a massive target, you know, because obviously Fury's a big guy, you know. So, yeah, you could see the welts, the redness sort of forming from quite early on, where Usyk was stabbing left hands and rights to that body. But Fury, he kept his shape. He didn't get too overexcited. He was fighting very, very well. 4 and 5 were clear rounds to Fury for me. He was landing the right uppercut nicely. He was pushing Usyk back every time he landed them. Usyk whinged to the referee a couple of times, which is always a sign that a fighter's in distress when they start whinging to the referee about things. And Fury, he was doing very, very well. In the 6th, I gave... that's when Usyk started really coming into the fight for me. He was timing Fury well, again working that body. He was landing that straight left to the head. Yeah, and they were registering. You know, Fury was backing off a couple of times, but Fury was, you know, he's a phenomenal fighter. You know, I don't like the guy personally. I've always said he's a scumbag and he's a liar. I don't like him, but as a fighter, he's fantastic, and he showed, you know, true grit in there. He showed he'd learnt from the first fight, but so did Usyk. Usyk learnt a lot from the first fight, you know. And Usyk was targeting Fury, timing him nicely with those straight left hands, working that body again, jabbing nicely. He was actually, when he was being the aggressor, he was confusing Fury. Fury looked a bit confused in there at times. But he was able to adjust. In the 10th, Fury, the 9th and 10th I gave to Fury. He was landing those uppercuts. He was working the body nicely of Usyk. He was drawing him onto the straight right hand. You know, both guys, you know, it was a shame they had to be a loser, in my opinion. Again, it wasn't as good as their first fight, but it was absorbing. I was on the edge of my seat all the way because you're just watching it. You know, who's going to, you know, somebody would start in the ascendancy, and then the other guy would take over, or somebody would have a great round. And then, like say, Fury would have a great round, and then Usyk would come back into it the following round, make adjustments. And I just felt the eye-catching punches, this is all just my opinion, people. You know, if you saw it differently, that's absolutely fine. The eye-catching punches were coming from Usyk. The work rate was better, more sustained at times. But Fury, especially early on, Fury was really stamping his authority. He was walking Usyk down in there. And, yeah, Usyk looked a bit out of shape. He was bent out of shape a couple of times. But he was able to adjust in the fight. And he took a close decision. The 3 judges had it 116, 112. I had it, like I say, 115, 113 to Usyk. It could have been 115, 113 to Fury. You know, it was a close fight. But yeah, anybody out there screaming robbery, shut up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's one of those things. So there won't be unlikely to be a third fight between them, which is fine by me. Daniel Dubois jumped straight in there and challenged Usyk, and Usyk said, yeah, why not? Hey, why not? Get all the belts back together. You know, I personally thought that Usyk would retire after this fight, win, lose or draw. And I thought, no, you know, he's got nothing really left to prove in heavyweight boxing. You know, he's beaten Anthony Joshua twice. He's stopped Daniel Dubois. He's now beaten Fury twice. You know, he's been undisputed in 2 weight divisions. You know, Olympic gold medals. He's done it all. You know, so yeah, but he seemed quite keen to fight Dubois. Obviously, Dubois got Joseph Parker in a couple of months' time. But no, fair result. Quite happy with that. Oleksandr Usyk, still the man. For me, he's probably 2024's fighter of the year. Just an absolutely fantastic fight. Performance by both men. Yeah, they both fought well. They both learnt from each other. They both adjusted. Fair play. I've seen Fury making a few comments, you know, bitching and moaning that he thought he'd won by at least 3. Look, he is going to be very disappointed. Of course he is. You know, he fought the fight. He fought a great fight, but he was just in there with a better guy. And yeah, I had Usyk taking a close decision. So yeah, but yeah, all the Fury fanboys are going to be out there crying themselves to sleep tonight. Well, you know, it is what it is. You know, they're both fantastic fighters. Usyk's the better man, in my opinion. And yeah, roll on 2025. The undercard was pretty entertaining. Moses Atauma absolutely wiped out Dempsey McKean in the first round. Absolutely fantastic straight left hand. That fucking southpaw left hand, bang. He was finished. Absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed that one. Wish it had gone a bit longer, but Atauma's a very special guy. You know, young kid. He's powerful. He's fast. Yeah, he's the future of this division. So interesting to see how his career comes along. Because we don't know how long we're going to have Fury for. I wouldn't be surprised if he quits now. I wouldn't, you know, whatever. Fair play to him. Usyk probably won't be around much longer. I don't know about Joshua. So it's guys like Atauma and Dubois that are going to come through. Wardley and Kabayel, guys like that. They're going to be, you know, taking over from those guys. So yeah, really enjoyed the fight. Really enjoyed the fight. I was a bit delayed watching it. I've only just finished watching it because we had family around, so I had to keep stopping it, going back to it, and what have you. So I was about an hour and a half behind the live feed, so I had to stay away from my phone. You know, no one was allowed to talk to me. Basically, I didn't look at my phone at all for that because obviously I didn't want it spoiled for me. But there you go, fantastic fighter is Usyk, and yeah, we'll have to see what happens from here. But yeah, for me, Oleksandr Usyk will probably be 2024's fighter of the year purely because of becoming undisputed heavyweight champion and beating Tyson Fury twice. Right, what did you think of the fight? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're all well, and thanks for listening to me ramble on about this wonderful sport. Take care, folks, and I'll speak to you soon.